Hi, and welcome back to my channel. I have another book review to share with you today. I will be uploading more book reviews, but I won't be able to put a book review up for every book I read, because if I get my reading back to where it should be, it would just be way too many uploads. But if I have a blog tour, say for example like I do for today, which is Cold Cruel Kiss by Toni Anderson, I want to at least try to get the review up to kind of give the book a little bit more publicity, so to speak, just so more people can read about it and find out about it. Now, Cold Cruel Kiss is the fourth book in the Cold Justice Crossfire series. Now, there was a Cold Justice series, I think with 10 books or so, but I did not read that series. I came into the scene with the Cold Justice Crossfire series, and the first three books were A Cold Dark Place, Cold and Deadly, and Colder Than Sin. Each of those, A Cold Dark Place I gave 5 stars to, and it looks like I gave Cold and Deadly and Colder Than Sin 4 stars each. And then we get to the book that we have today, so I'm going to grab my laptop in case I forget something, which I probably won't, but in case I do. With Cold Cruel Kiss, I want to say cool. We have, like I said, the fourth book in this Crossfire series by Toni Anderson, and it's a romantic suspense, a very, very good book, right at the right caliber of her writing, where she brings in an intense dramatic situation combined with a romantic element. Although this book would be pretty much romantic suspense, I more so felt the dramatic mystery type, just locking my recliner, the dramatic mystery type aspect of the book more so than the romantic aspect. Now, what is this book about? Basically, the U.S. ambassador of Argentina is in residence there in Argentina with her husband and her 2 teenagers. Her daughter has a lot of restrictions, with security and things of that nature, but she does have the opportunity to go shopping with her friends. And it was on a shopping trip that the girl, her name is Kristen, the ambassador's daughter, was kidnapped, and her friend Irene, one of the girls that she was shopping with, I think she was shopping with another girl named Gemma, tried to stop the kidnappers, so the kidnappers grabbed her too. And it really wasn't their intention. They wanted Kristen, but now they have Kristen and Irene. But the case becomes a national or an international case because the girl that was kidnapped is the ambassador's daughter. So someone is brought in from the United States, and that is Max Hawthorne. He is a supervisory special agent with a special skill for this type of crime. Now, Max was on vacation, but he gets called in, so he flies into Argentina and he dives right into this case. I think the first time that he met the insistence, there was a woman named Lucy Aston. Lucy Aston was the assistant to the personal assistant of the U.S. ambassador. So when Max first meets Lucy, it's kind of at like a party. And it was at this party that the fact that the girl had been kidnapped, something along that nature. But bottom line is, when Max sees Lucy, he sees a frumpy, poorly dressed, dowdy woman who pretty much kept her head down. Well, this is the one person that Max has been assigned to work with to find Kristen. Max starts to see something about Lucy, something that starts to niggle in the back of his brain, that she's not quite what she seems to be. Now, a side story to this is Lucy is actually undercover at the embassy, but that doesn't really come out till later. And I don't want to say too much more about that because I don't want to spoil the book for you. But Lucy has a reason for the persona that she portrays. And Max now not only is eager to find this girl safe and unharmed, or both girls actually, but he also wants to know more about Lucy. While they work together to find these teenagers, Max and Lucy start to recognize that they're rather drawn to each other. However, Lucy has baggage that, even though she really likes Max, her baggage, not I should say, along with her job, and the reason that she has that job, would be a big hiccup in any or a big conflict in anything that could happen between the two of them. So there's a lot of layers to this book. You have the mystery, you have the tension, you have the drama, you have the secrecy, and also you have the romance. So the book is packed full of all of this, and it all comes together in a very tense-filled read, if I can refer to it as that. And I say that because from the prologue to the very ending, the action starts and it never lets up. The tension never lets up. And even when it was the sexual tension between Lucy and Max, or whether it was what was happening to the girls when they were with the kidnappers, or whether it was who the actual kidnappers were, or whether it was another side story was the possibility that there was a Russian spy in the embassy itself. So multi-layered, very, very well done book, very good story. Fourth book in the Crossfire, Cold Justice Crossfire series. I highly recommend it, along with the previous 3 books in the series. So that's my review. I do have this review up on my blog, Goodreads, and I'm about to post it to Instagram and Twitter. And that's it. So hopefully you may want to check it out. So I'm going to end this review and say thank you for your time. Bye-bye.